Okay, so Google is reportedly in talks to buy cybersecurity startup Wiz for $23 billion in its largest ever deal. What are your thoughts on this potential acquisition?
They're getting dominated in this AI race, and I think it's a great acquisition if it goes through. Cybersecurity is going to be more important than ever, especially with the AT&T data breach, selling of data.
Whew.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Profits go down, and all of a sudden, every text and every news you ever sent is on. Okay. Gotcha, AT&T. Well played, my boy. So I think since they cannot, I think it's a great branding lesson too. If you cannot be the leader in a space, it's better for you to acquire, if you can't build it, to be a leader in another area that's incredibly important. And cybersecurity is going to be an area, I think, that if they get a lead in, it wouldn't push the stock up even further. And now they don't have to compete against Microsoft and Apple and OpenAI in the future. So great acquisition if it goes through. 23 billion is a lot, but I think they probably have a plan to make 15x off of it, 17x off of it in the next 15 years. So it's definitely going to be worth the investment.
Yeah, I'm with you. When you think about cloud and in terms of where they're at, they're in third place, a strong third place behind AWS, Amazon, and obviously what Azure, what Microsoft is doing. And so it's a play on it. It's interesting. Last week, they pulled out of the deal with HubSpot. Shout out to everybody that made money off the HubSpot play in Market Money Chicago. That deal gets off the table. This deal now becomes what it does is highlight. It's interesting. When I looked at your Instagram post today, and it was talking about the cybersecurity stocks.
Yeah,
we were talking about which ones would benefit, but I think it talks about the importance for the space overall, right? So now you have the three giants that are saying like this is an important infrastructure piece that we need to have to make sure our business runs efficiently. For those companies that we spoke about 3 weeks ago, CrowdStrike, Zscaler, they're going to be beneficiaries of this. But the interesting part is, will the deal go through, right? So this will be the largest acquisition that they've ever had, but will it go through? We've already seen, they've been sued by the Department of Justice, right? Mm-hmm. When we talked about the Apple search engine, but we're starting to see these tech giants trying to make consolidation efforts in sectors. And then the Department of Justice says, you know what? Nah, we're not going to let this pass through. So interesting, good position for them to be in. Obviously, they're taking this thing seriously. 23 billion is nothing to sneeze at, even from Google. But will it go through? We'll see. These things take 6 to 7 months, and then we'll see what happens.
How long is it before the election?
We got 4 months away.
And Senior Trump get in, they got a good Hey, and also too, if they fall behind in this AI race and don't get into cybersecurity, somebody got to get fired. How do you have all this talent and it's mismanaged, and then Gemini or whatever the AI product is terrible, probably one of the worst for a mega company. And then if you don't get cybersecurity, you're behind. You are behind. So
but the stock is performing well.
Stock's performing well, but I think my thing is, as an entrepreneur, you always have to be paranoid about losing your lead. Mm-hmm. Because they had Ray Kurzweil on payroll for 12 years talking about AI and robotics, and then to let every other company come and dominate and push the space forward, and you're kind of third or fourth, makes no sense. So
they have mismanaged the talent. Even when we think of DeepMind and we think of all the talent that's come from there that's going on to other companies, that have sparked innovation, especially inside of AI, it's like, wait, how did
troubling?
How did you let all these people get out?
Yeah.
I mean, but that happens. And we spoke about that. That happens in these spaces, especially in AI, where it's like the best talent doesn't stay very long because they're always looking for new innovation. We compared it to like college sports, where if you're a freshman and you're good, you're going to the league, right?
Yeah.
If you're a sophomore, you're good, you're going to the league. If you're a senior, it's kind of like, well, why didn't he? Was he not good enough to leave after 4 years, after his first year? Even though that person is developing the talent. So when you look at it like that, it makes sense why people are going from, you see, NVIDIA to AMD or vice versa, or DeepMind now to Claude to Anthropic. So these things happen, but to lose that much talent is pretty concerning.
That's insane. Hey, Google, y'all better call Lee or Cohen and figure out how to put somebody in a contract in perpetuity plus 2 lifetimes, non-transferable rights and all that. Oh my God.
360 play.
For real. On tech? Oh my boy.
That might be something. That might be something.
Hey, you got to work like the vultures.
For sure.
So,